Something significant is beginning to take shape behind the scenes at Rangers, with developments emerging that could have long-term implications for the club's future. Quiet progress has been made on a deal that those inside Ibrox view as both strategic and symbolic, reflecting a wider vision being implemented under the current regime. While nothing has been formally signed off just yet, momentum is clearly building, and there is growing confidence that a positive outcome is edging closer. Let's break this down in today's video, along with all the other Rangers news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Rangers are increasingly confident of securing the future of one of their brightest young prospects, with optimism growing that Academy rising star Lyall Glasgow is close to committing his long-term future to the club. The teenager, who has progressed rapidly through the ranks at Rangers, is viewed internally as a key part of Rangers' next generation, and talks are moving in a positive direction ahead of a pivotal moment in his development. RFC News understands that Glasgow has been offered a long-term contract with his boyhood club, a deal he will be eligible to sign when he turns 16 next month. Given the level of interest surrounding the midfielder, retaining him would represent a significant boost for Rangers' academy structure and underline the club's determination to protect its most promising talents. Glasgow's progress has not gone unnoticed beyond Glasgow. A number of Premier League clubs have tracked his development closely, recognising both his technical quality and his maturity at such a young age. Against that backdrop, Rangers' push to tie him down is seen as a crucial piece of business, particularly at a time when elite academies across Britain are increasingly aggressive in targeting standout prospects north of the border. Head coach Danny Röhl has already demonstrated his belief in Glasgow's potential. The German has regularly involved him, alongside other under-19 players, in first-team training sessions this season. Röhl had even hoped to hand Glasgow and fellow youngster Ashton Scally their senior debuts during last week's Scottish Cup victory over Annan Athletic. Those plans were ultimately thwarted by regulations preventing clubs from fielding players under the age of 16, with 17-year-old Zebedee Lawson instead introduced late on at Ibrox. Despite that setback, Glasgow's trajectory remains firmly upward. He is currently representing Rangers at the prestigious Alcas Cup, a tournament renowned for showcasing elite youth talent from across the globe. His involvement there further highlights the level at which he is already operating, and there is an expectation that his exposure to Röhl's first-team environment will continue before the end of the season. The wider picture at Rangers is also encouraging. Under-19s head coach Liam Ross has revealed how closely the academy is now aligned with the senior side, with Röhl frequently using youth squads to help prepare the first team for upcoming fixtures. That approach has seen academy players asked to replicate specific systems and styles likely to be faced in Premiership matches, accelerating their tactical understanding and readiness for senior football. Ross has also spoken positively about the Scottish FA's cooperation loan agreement system, which has been introduced this season to aid player development. However, for him, moments like Lawson's recent debut encapsulate what the academy pathway is all about. When I'm watching the game last Friday and Zeb comes on, that's what it's all about. Seeing him at Ibrox, doing his thing as he would call it, Ross told the media. I want more, hopefully more could get debuts between now and the end of the season. Winning 5-0 on nights like tonight is nice, but generally moments like Friday for me are the best thing about working in youth development. He also stressed the importance of belief within the academy setup, something Röhl's willingness to trust young players has reinforced. Rangers are set to be hit with an unavoidable six-figure outgoing in the coming fortnight, the delayed consequence of a piece of summer business that has lingered unresolved until now. The Light Blues have shown little hesitation in backing Danny Röhl during the January window, moving decisively to bolster the squad as they push to sustain their domestic title challenge. Tochi Chukwani, Tor Romans, and Andreas Skov Olsen have all arrived this month, with Rangers committing around £7 million in total to strengthen key areas of the pitch. It has been a clear statement of intent from the 49ers Enterprises Group and Andrew Kavanagh, underlining their willingness to invest in Royal's project. However, not all of Rangers' recent spending relates to players who feature in the manager's immediate plans. A financial obligation stemming from last summer is now due, following the conclusion of a tribunal process involving Lyall Cameron's move from Dundee. Cameron joined Rangers on a free transfer after entering the final months of his contract at Dens Park, but the two clubs were unable to agree on a development compensation fee at the time. As a result, the matter was referred to an SPFL tribunal. According to a BBC report dated 22nd January, the panel has now ruled in Dundee's favour, ordering Rangers to pay £400,000 for the midfielder. The report states that the decision was formally communicated on Tuesday 20th January, with Rangers given 14 days to settle the amount. The BBC noted that the ruling is final and binding, leaving Rangers with little option but to comply within the allotted timeframe. From a footballing perspective, the fee sits awkwardly alongside Cameron's contribution since his arrival. The 23-year-old has made 11 appearances across all competitions, returning 1 goal and no assists, and has struggled to establish himself in a crowded midfield department. Competition has been fierce, with Nikola Raskin, Mohamed Diomande, and Connor Barron all firmly ahead of him in the pecking order, while Chukwani's January arrival has further reduced Cameron's pathway to regular minutes. Although capable of operating in wider areas, opportunities there have been just as limited. Andreas Skov Olsen's arrival has added quality and experience, while players such as JD Gassimer, Taylor Arsgaard, Mikey Moore, and Oliver Antman, currently sidelined through injury, have all been preferred options when available. With game time at a premium, Cameron's prospects of forcing his way into Royal's plans this season were slim. That reality led to a loan move to Aberdeen until the end of the campaign, a switch designed to provide regular football and a platform to rebuild momentum. Cameron will be hoping that consistent minutes at Pittodrie allow him to rediscover the form that prompted Rangers to move for him in the first place. His longer-term future remains open to interpretation. Notably, there is no option to buy included in the loan agreement, which suggests Rangers have not completely closed the door on his involvement next season. Even so, questions remain over whether he can ultimately justify a £400,000 valuation based on what he has shown so far in a Rangers shirt. For now, the tribunal outcome represents a rare financial frustration amid an otherwise ambitious transfer window. Rangers must absorb the cost of a deal that has yet to deliver tangible returns, while Cameron faces a critical few months away from Ibrox that could determine whether he still has a meaningful role to play under Royal in the future. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. We post all the latest Rangers news every single day, so join our fast growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.